So welcome, Mary Doumany, to Virtual Harp Summit 3 preview.
Thank you, Diana.
It's so fun to hang out. As always, we've had the pleasure of hanging out in Australia, having various adventures together, and it's so fun for me to be able to share you with the world.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Where are you right now?
I'm in my home, in the music room. You can see two of my lovely harps behind me. I've got a Tincaster from Australia and a lovely Salvia Ariana.
Yeah.
And great room for recording and performing. So I'm really lucky.
Yay, definitely. And so people may find there's a little bit of a delay between us because you are all the way in Australia, but for the most part our audio is together. But if for some reason it seems like your voice is delayed, it's just the I think we might have lost her for just a sec. I'm sure she'll be back on in a second. So Mary Doumany is who we're going to talk to today, and her speciality in many ways is helping people find their harp voice. So you're going to find out more and more about this today from Mary, and her workshop for Virtual Harp Summit is Harp as Orchestra. And in this workshop, what Mary is sharing, all the different effects that you can get out of your harp very, very easily, all the different colors beyond just the beautiful sound that we have for our harps. So you will be able to register for Virtual Harp Summit right there at www.virtualharpsummit.com. And we run completely free September 14th to the 21st. So I hope you can join us then. Be sure to get your ticket at virtualharpsummit.com. And our theme for Virtual Harp Summit 3 is arranging, improvising, and composing. So hopefully Mary will be back pretty soon. Let's check that out. She really has a wonderful workshop. I've already seen it, of course. And she's showing things like strumming, knocking on the harp, different types of colors, so that your harp really sounds like multiple instruments. So let me just text Mary and see how she's doing. Sometimes on these live programs, this is what happens. So I'll just tell her to click on the link again. So meanwhile, I'd love to hear from you guys who we have here today. And any questions you might have about Virtual Harp Summit 3. Because we are coming up in just 2 weeks from now, and it's just going to be outstanding. We have more than 25 presenters. Hey, Gloria, welcome. And Gloria, can you hear me okay? Just, I think Mary dropped out for a second, but I'm sure she'll be back in. And Beth Collet just sent me her workshop, so we need to add her to the Virtual Harp Summit website. If you go to our website, we're still building it a little bit, but we have all the preliminary material there. You'll see the amazing presenters we have. And again, our theme, as you can see there, is improvising, arranging, and composing, which as harpists, we oftentimes do at least one of them, sometimes all of them. Hey, Mary, you're back.
You know what? My cat tripped over the power lead. So here am I going on about how great technology is. Anyway, here I am.
Well, it is great. It is great. It's connecting us. So yeah. So I was just sharing about your mission, Mary, of helping people find their harp voice. And you actually are very connected already with Virtual Harp Summit because one of your students was one of our theme music winners, Ting or Joey. She has two names, her Asian name and her English name. She's actually one of your students. Can you tell us? Yeah, can you tell us more? Yeah,
I teach her. She's in Hong Kong, and I teach her by Sept. And I've taught her the blues and jazz. And she's already interested in writing pop songs. Now she's writing for the harp and writing these wonderful compositions. She wrote the theme for the Australasian Harp Orchestra at the World Harp Congress. That's how confident and wonderful she's becoming. So her dream is really to compose, get her compositions out there on the harp.
Cool.
And I love teaching people all over the world by Skype to find their harp dream, whatever it is, whether they want to be a singer-songwriter or an innovative rock harpist. The sky's the limit. You just need to have that encouragement and tools.
I love that you're saying that, because I think now that we can connect this way through technology, we can really raise the bar for everybody and raise people's expectations of what they can do and what they can achieve.
Yes. And the great thing is that you don't have to be a virtuoso or a pedal harpist. If you came, I've had a student who came to me as very beginner folk harpist. She's now a wonderful professional level singer-songwriter. This is several years later, who's putting her material on SoundCloud and doing local performances. And we found her dream together. It wasn't just to play folk music, but she didn't know what. So we explored, and we had an adventure finding what she wanted to do.
So much creativity, I think, is a collaboration of some sort. I mean, creativity doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens in a community. And through exploring with you, you helped her find her truer self. I mean, it's kind of an interesting thing that, by working together, we actually become more firmly rooted and more connected to ourselves.
That's right. And that's what your Bright Knowledge Academy is about too. It's
very much so.
It's an inner journey as much as it is a journey with the harp. And I admire that, because the more levels you can sink into with your harp, the deeper your playing and your expression is going to be.
I love that.
It's true. And, in the 1990s, I was a recording star here in Australia with BMG Records. I had my own singer-songwriter project. And that had incredible highs and incredible lows. The experiences that I had there, although there was, the really heartbreaking things happened as well as great things, has been part of what I bring into this, playing with jazz and rock and electric musicians. And I just want to see more harpists jump in and be adventurous. And I want to inspire people. I love doing that so much, Diana.
I can see, just from the moment that I met you, I think I might have met you about 10 years ago now. I definitely immediately got this energy off you of excitement, of acceptance and exploration, all of those things. I mean, sometimes I think creative people can be intimidating to others, and I think you're the opposite. You're incredibly welcoming and empowering, even though you're literally a rock star. And that's the vibe that I'm always looking for at Virtual Harp Summit, is to find people who are working on that level, where, they're bringing excellence and they're also bringing compassion and empowering everybody else to be their best selves, because there's room for everybody.
And that's our mission here on Earth, really, is to do that, to empower with compassion.
Yeah.
To know how to empower ourselves and then to empower others. The Harpers Orchestra is the idea behind that. If I'm sort of jumping subjects a little here.
No, I love that. And I just put our title. So this is Mary's workshop, Harp as Orchestra at Virtual Harp Summit 3.
The idea is to use the harp as a jumping board, a platform, to discover new sounds, to inspire yourself in new directions. So one of the ways I had inspiration, I love big rings. You can't really wear them on the harp. But one day I was wearing a ring similar to this. It's actually one ring. Look, it's got 2 stones. I was naughty and I'd forgotten I was wearing it. And it made this amazing buzzing sound on my left hand every time I played the bass note. And you know what? It sounded good. It sounded good. It sounded like a slap bass. And I thought, wow, maybe I can put something in there that won't hurt the harp, that will make this amazing sound every time I play the tonic, and I did. And Then I started experimenting with little objects in the harp, and I thought, these are really real sounds. They're not just novelty sounds. They can really make a difference, and they've inspired new compositions. They've inspired songs, and you don't have to be a great harpist. You can start right from the very first harp lesson, learning how to improvise, learning how to use sound, and be inspired from your whole journey.
Fabulous. I love that so much. I've been working a lot with the idea of inspiration and motivation and where those overlap. And really, motivation tends to be almost externally focused, getting motivation like a push kind of. And inspiration, though, is intrinsically inside yourself. It's motivation that happens inside yourself is inspiration. And I think that's the more sustainable one. So what you're sharing is something that can keep you motivated through the years, through the ups and downs that happen for all harpists and all creative people.
And I think that people who play or who are even interested, if the harp's captured you and you've gone and got your own harp, or if you're thinking about getting it, it's captured you for a reason. It's part of your life journey, not just a little hobby. It won't just be a hobby. It will lead you places, into mystical, amazing places. Yeah.
I've found that too, yeah, that the harp is a teacher and it teaches you what you need to know. And that's often something surprising. It's often not what you expect. Right? Yeah. So I'd like to welcome some of our viewers here. We have Margaret coming in, and I think maybe from Canada, I think perhaps. And Mia says she has just subscribed to VHS. Yes, great. On YouTube. Yes, we have a YouTube channel. Actually, we just started it a couple days ago so that we can bring all these Facebook Lives over there for people who aren't on Facebook. So they'll actually be able to watch everything on YouTube. And we have Gloria coming in from San Pedro, California. Yes, welcome. So everybody, if you have any questions for Mary, this is your chance. She's actually live from Melbourne, Australia at this very moment. So this is your chance. And again, I really recommend that you see her workshop on Harpers Orchestra. And that is accessible to all levels of harpist. And she's also submitted a wonderful harp concert and an introduction to her harps. So she shows actually how her harps are working, why you chose them, kind of relationship that you have with it. And Jillian, our wonderful community manager at Bright Knowledge Academy, she is saying, so true, it leads you down surprising paths. The harp does lead you down surprising paths, I gotta say. Yeah. And in comes Cheryl from Nova Scotia. Yeah. And Margaret, you're in Washington. Yes, that's right. All right. So, anybody have any questions for Mary? She is a wellspring of wisdom and has walked many, many paths. I mean, you jazz, pop, inspirational music, the list goes on, folk. Classical? I mean, you've really covered the gamut, would you say?
Yeah, I have. I've played with the major orchestras in Australia and played all the main operas in the repertoire. And yes, I've done a lot of that stuff. I've got a little treat. I've got to tell people, I hope you don't mind, a little treat for
people. I'd love to hear.
You go, if you go, it's a kind of a little taster for the concert I'm doing for VHS. I've included the first page of the score of my piece Fire that I'm playing for your beautiful VHS concert. It's on my Facebook page. So I'm happy for people to download it and have a look at it and have a little experiment with some of the things I'm doing with Fire.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You have a whole series of wonderful compositions that people can buy. They can listen to your recordings, purchase your recordings as well. And so the best place to find the score right now is on your Facebook page. I don't know, Jillian, if you have a chance to grab Mary's Facebook page. Meanwhile, I'll show your website. So marydoumany.com. And that is, at the moment, you're just about to update your website, I believe, and add some new interactivity.
Yeah. I am, and I'm going to have a Skype teaching page and some masterclasses and things coming up for people. Yeah. But keep in touch with me on Facebook for the time being. There's 2 Facebook pages. There's a musician page and a private page, but you can actually join either and have access, so I'm fine with that.
Great, great. So much to enjoy from Mary's work. I mean, a huge amount of depth. And you're just, again, using so many influences. I think it's surprising how many influences that you've mastered in your short time, this time on Earth.
Not short, yeah.
I love it. So guys, any questions for Mary? We're all ears, you know. And I don't know if you have any questions, Mary, for our audience.
Look, I also have more recently a healing background. I've not so much a harp healing course, but an energetic. I'm a body psychotherapist and a energetic healer. My one of my teachers was a teacher at the Barbara Ann Brennan School of Energy Healing. So some of your viewers may know something about that. That's very amazing. And I'm finding new ways to use the harp in that way. You know, on the more esoteric end of using the harp, I guess. Yes. Not everybody's interested in it or believes in it, but I'm experimenting. And there's a wonderful lady here, a professor, who's been doing some research with the harp in Australia. Actually want her to do some quantitative studies to see how energetically the harp can affect people in these healing states. So that's another project for the future.
Wow, so fascinating. I mean, I think the field of healing harp is expanding exponentially. You know, it's really taking in a lot of different influences. A lot of different types of music now are coming in. Not just the prescribed music that tends to be part of certification programs, which is wonderful in itself, but there are many other applications as well for healing harp.
I'm on the more esoteric end of that. We're working one-on-one. Okay, I'm really going to put myself in the line here.
Do it. I'm here.
Angelic beings and those who have loved us, who passed over. These amazing things happen if you know how to use the harp one-on-one with somebody or a small group of people.
Yeah.
So I didn't intend to talk about that, but it sort of came up.
Well, you know, I think if it's part of your mission, it's part of your purpose, and that is who you are. And I think the more that we can be true to ourselves and share our real selves without being afraid that we won't be accepted, the better. We can all have different ways of being and different types of belief, and that's fabulous. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. I think that it's incredible how technology is enabling us to interact and teach.
Yes, and it really, it speeds up the process greatly. That we can get this kind of information so fast, sort of on demand, you know, as it suits us. And we have a whole new feature on VHS. We're subtitling all the workshops with English. I mean, most people are speaking English. We actually have a couple treats. We have someone giving their workshop in Spanish, Angel Tolosa, and we have Eve McTellen doing her workshop in French, but we also have those subtitled in English. And then all the other workshops are also subtitled in English, even though people are speaking English, because it's so easy to miss a word here and there. And also if you're in a noisy place, maybe you want to watch VHS, you can be reading the subtitles. And, you know, it's just, I'm pretty excited about that, because we're always looking for ways to make the experience even more powerful and accessible, because again, you know, with this information is power and inspiration.
You are an extraordinary person, and we're lucky to have you in the harp community.
Likewise, Mary. Likewise.
Well, I'm only just getting all my stuff online, and I'm a little klutzy compared to you with all of this.
You've been doing great, and you know, part of what we do at VHS is encourage other harpists to get online. For some of them, it's their first experience making videos and so on. And you know, it's always a learning curve, but it's a cool thing, I think.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
No questions.
no questions. I am surprised. I think they're just excited to get straight to the workshop with you. Yeah, it's super informational, totally hands-on. You made it at your home, on your own, camera right up there. You can just see your hands doing the stuff. So a lot of value there in your workshop. And then, of course, a lot of beauty in your house concert. And a lot of fun in your harp intro. So yeah. So everybody, don't forget to register for your ticket at virtualharpsummit.com. You do need to register in order to access Virtual Harp Summit, even though it's totally free, September 14th to 21st. And again, our big theme, arranging, improvising, and composing. And today we met Mary Doumany, who is going to be teaching you all about harp as orchestra, the different colors you can get from your harp. So thank you so much, Mary.
Pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you everybody for tuning in and meeting Mary. And yeah, get your tickets. And we do have a question. Did you say India is the home of your cultural origins?
Oh no, I didn't. But it's interesting. You mean you think I look Indian? Well, actually, my father's from Lebanon, so I've got an Irish mother, Australian, but Irish Australian, but her ethnic background is from that part of the world. And my dad's parents were from Lebanon, so there you go.
Yeah, you're covering the gamut right there of a lot of my musical tastes, I have to say. You know how I love Middle Eastern music. Yeah.
The passion.
Yes, very so expressive. Okay, thank you, Mary, and thank you everyone for being there. And we will see you soon.
All right.
Yay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Sending you lots of love. Bye.
Darling.